Hi my dear children, I am Smita, your English teacher. Today I would like to analyze a poem by William Wordsworth, lines written in early spring, from the first unit, Glimpses of Grief. William Wordsworth was a great romantic poet. He has a renowned reputation as the poet of nature, a true lover of nature, and admirer of nature. For him, nature is a teacher, guide, friend, and everything. The title of the poem is Lines Written in Early Spring. Spring season. What is the speciality of the spring season? In spring season, the nature is embellished or decorated with different colors. Every plants and trees are covered with flowers. It is a magnificent scene. The nature is very beautiful. Here, the poet wrote these lines in spring season. In this poem, Wordsworth describes a bittersweet moment. He tries to explain the strong bond between man and nature. He finds pleasure in living in harmony with nature. The poem reflects the love for the objects and the beauties of the nature. In his opinion, the nature is never sad. It spreads pleasure everywhere. But the poet reminds man's deeds against nature, and he also laments over them. Anyway, the poem unfolds the beauty from one stanza to next. It is a poem of 6 4-line stanzas or quatrain. Now listen to the poem.
I heard 1,000 blended notes while in a grove I sat reclined, in that sweet mood when pleasant thoughts bring sad thoughts to the mind. In her fair works did nature link the human soul that through me ran, and much it grieved my heart to think what man has made of man. Through primrose tufts in that green bower, the periwinkle trailed its wreaths, and 'tis my faith that every flower enjoys the air it breathes. The birds around me hopped and played, their thoughts I cannot measure, but the least motion which they made, it seemed a thrill of pleasure. The budding twigs spread out their fan to catch the breezy air, and I must think, do all I can, that there was pleasure there. If this belief from heaven be sent, if such be nature's holy plan, have I not reason to lament what man has made of man?
In the first stanza, the divinity of nature occurs in a phrase, 1,000 blended notes. What is the meaning of blended notes? Mixed sounds. Mixed sounds in nature. Which are the sounds in nature? They are the chirping of birds, murmuring of leaves, the flowing of rivers, the light sound of breeze, etc. All these sounds are hearing in the nature. The poet's mind filled with pleasure or joy. He was in a happy mood, or he was in a resting mood. While he was reclining in a grove, he heard 1,000 blended notes. At the same time, he became sad. While some sad thoughts came into conflict with pleasant thoughts. It is the bitter-sweet moment. In the second stanza, the poet says about the beautiful objects of nature, the rivers, hills, flowers, etc. make the poet forget all the worries in life. At the same time, the poet reminds the cruelty, the man's cruelty against nature. He is sad at heart to see how man ill-treats man, and he wonders how a man is an enemy of another man. What man has made of man is one of the most striking expressions in this poem. It describes the feelings of the poet and his thought about human activities towards nature. When we go through the next 3 stanzas, we can see that the poet is closely watching towards every creature in nature and admires them. Wordsworth admires the flowers, the primrose tufts, that is, the bunch of primrose and the bloom of the periwinkle and the greenness of woodland area in which he sits. All the flowers enjoy the fresh air they breathe. The poet believes that the nature has his soul itself. And he tries to explain that all the creatures in the nature can enjoy the pleasure like human beings. Next, the poet observes the birds which sing and hop around him. Though the poet does not understand their language, he recognizes that they are creating all these movements out of sheer joy and pleasure. The budding twigs are spreading out of their fan as if to catch the fresh air, and also the speaker can gather pleasure in their existence. In the final stanza, the holy plan of nature is that all creatures in nature should live in peace and harmony. But man is the enemy of man's life. Yes, man's life is full of hatred, jealousy and violence. So the poet feels that he has a good reason to lament over the deeds of the man. The poem concludes with the line, "What man has made of man." Some poetic devices are used to enhance the beauty of the poem. First of all, we can analyze the imagery. The imagery is a literary term used for the description of language or something which appeals to our five senses. When the writer attempts to describe a thing, it can appeal our sense of hearing, sight, smell, taste and touch. The writer has used imagery. Simply we can say that the writers create an image in the minds of the readers. This poem is enriched with a lot of visual images. For example, birds around me hopped and played. Here, the poet creates the image of birds in our mind. Another instance of auditory image is that I heard 1,000 blended notes. Next is personification. Personification is a figure of speech in which non-living things are given the qualities of human beings. For example, here the poet personifies the nature to show that the nature has the ability to take decisions and it can link to the speaker's soul. Here poet describes that the nature can enjoy pleasures too. In the line, in her works did nature link the human soul. Here the poet considered the nature as female. Next is alliteration. Alliteration is a figure of speech in which the initial consonant sounds in two or more words in the same line. For example, what man has made of man. Here, the mer sound is repeating in the words. Here is an assignment for you. Prepare a critical appreciation of the poem, focusing on the theme, imagery and poetic devices. Stay home, stay safe. We will meet in the next class. Thank you.